Well, Hanami's special grade. I don't know what the fuck Mojito is, but like they're evolving. Like they have a language. They can think independently. They're finding motivation in their fights. So I don't think it's a stretch. I thought it was interesting that they put that in there. So
It's a fun bit.
Is it over?
Yeah.
Oh, you're live.
There we go.
Are we good?
We
Yeah,
look
we're good.
live.
We're
Make
good.
sure to tell me
Awesome.
if it's stuttering at all, because I have it open in my browser right now.
Yeah, it's pretty choppy.
Thanks.
Yeah, we'll close it. We'll close my entire browser then. Tell me if that's any better.
Yeah, that's better.
All right, cool.
Awesome.
I don't know why your browser does that to your stream.
It only does it during like the podcast.
many
It
tabs?
seems it's weird. I don't know.
I think
Yeah,
it's
a
just
solid
like
a solid
weird.
2 tabs. My email open and Twitch. God
God
forbid
damn,
that
man. Come on.
happens.
You're
It
pulling
must
your
be
CPU
something.
too much.
It must be something to do with like the video chat.
Yeah, I don't know. But we are now live. So
Yes, welcome Travis's Twitch viewers and all of our YouTube subscribers. I'm coming to you live from Idaho, the potato state. What rhymes with potato? Jujutsu Kaisen. That's right. And that's what we're talking about today. On this episode of this episode.
I don't think that's right.
I may not be good with words, but that sounds like a whole bunch of bullshit to me.
Yeah,
Well, run
you're
it back.
You're clearly not very good at words because you can't spell Woogie.
What a dumb fucking word to get bashed on, not knowing
You
how to
could
spell.
spell boogie. Just change the first fucking letter. It's not hard.
It's got a point
I
there.
don't know why you didn't figure that out, dude. Come on.
We have technology, and Woogie is a stupid word, and whoever think it is a good educational word, you can eat my ass. Especially Mitch's.
All right.
In
You
game.
should tell Toto that then. See what he says.
His face, he looks like he eats ass though, just looking at the background of today's podcast.
Of course he eats ass.
Okay.
A man of that stature would absolutely eat ass. Only real men
Yes,
eat
a
ass.
man of culture.
Yeah.
All right. So today we're going to be talking about episodes
Tell me how
17,
cheesy
18,
some of that
19,
shit.
and 20. So, spoiler alert. Good shit happened and you should watch it first before watching this if you haven't watched it already. But let's get into it.
Has there ever been like a down spotted JJK? I don't think so.
The next episode is their one down spot.
I don't think so. I think the next episode is arguably the best of the entire series.
It's
I'm
a
not
filler.
even kidding.
It's literally filler.
It's not even a filler though. It's not.
It's a transitional.
I wouldn't know. I
No,
can't
no,
put any input on
it's
this.
not though, because this whole event was split into 2 days. So day 1 was what we just watched, these 4 episodes, and then day 2 is what's going to come next episode.
Oh yeah, I saw the little thumbnail for it, and I was like, "This seems kind of out of place."
You also see it in the intro a little bit too.
That is peak JJK right there.
Yeah, they hinted a little bit in the intro where it just shows them with the baseball bat lining up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice speech.
My favorite line comes from that episode.
Nice speech.
Nice speech.
That's a pretty funny episode.
It's a good. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's for JJK's least important episode. It's still a great episode. So that just tells you how good this show is. So
yeah, not as good as Cromartie though. Every single episode was a
right.
banger.
Loser.
Right, Mitch?
It's against God to lie.
Oh well.
God will
stop lying, bro. But how about we start with episode 17?
Yep.
This is pretty much all the
this is the Maki show, bro.
This is all the exam shit too. All 4 of these episodes. Mm-hmm. So we got to cover this entire arc in one podcast.
One punch.
One punch. Hate that show. But
yeah, I think episode 17 really let Maki shine. She was fucking cracked this whole that whole episode.
Yeah, she was fighting the blue-haired girl, right?
She fought Miwa and she fought Mai.
Yeah. So she fought 2 different people, whereas everybody else has kind of just been doing a solid one-on-one battle she fought 2 different people and exceeded expectations
Well, she
in both cases.
wiped the floor with Miwa.
Yeah, she
Like,
did
look at
not have
the
a shot,
competition,
dude.
bro.
Like every opportunity Maki could get the advantage, she definitely took it.
Mm-hmm.
Took the advantage and then took her fucking sword.
Like, bitch,
It's like,
is mine now.
it's a pretty good sword. Thanks, bye.
Give
And then
it
she was
back,
just like,
and that's how the
"That's-
fight ends with them.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, what's her
Precious.
face? Miwa
Mm-hmm.
is like one of the only like characters I actually like from the other school.
Yeah.
Aside
Besides
from Toto, like, but he's
Besides-
it's Toto.
Besides Toto, I think she's my favorite from the Kyoto school.
And
Now, is that because you like what she does, or just because she's not an asshole?
I think it's because she's funny.
yeah,
I think like when she got the call from Mekazawa, she was like, "Hey, useless Miwa here. How can I help you?"
Yeah.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, she's just funny.
and then when she went to go
I
get the
think-
tea for the principal, she was like, "If I run fast enough, I can catch up to Gojo-san."
Yeah, I think her bit with Gojo gets a little old and it's a little weird because she's a high school student and he's a high school teacher. But that's just it's a little for me. But just her personality is very funny.
I think that was the only time that happened though between them was that one episode with the tea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll probably happen again later in the series. But
Mm-hmm.
I see.
But, yeah, so Maki kicks the shit out of Miwa pretty much, and then
We flash over
the
to,
salmon. The salmon guy eventually knocks out Miwa, right? When she answers the
Later
phone,
on.
yeah,
like,
later.
"Hi,
But
useless Miwa here."
But after Miwa's sword is taken, she's like, "All right, I'm not gonna try anymore. I can't do anything without my sword." So
Ooh,
it flashes over to Momo and Nobara, right?
Yep.
yeah.
Nobunara, whatever.
Nobunaga.
I think my
No-
Discord
yeah.
fucking
Naginata.
lagged again.
Hmm?
My Discord's been weird. Why? Hello?
Trev, you're gay. Don't talk.
Yeah, say that on stream. Fucking idiot.
Dude.
Why? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, Trav, why would that be a bad thing?
Yeah, why would that be a bad thing?
Okay.
See, how is his internet shitting the bed and I'm on a hotspot of my phone and I'm okay?
Trev, your stream is completely like effed.
Dead
right now.
Is it not on anymore?
Now it's back. But when you left
Hey.
it went all it was like colorful and then it went
No, what happens is that on Discord I'm capturing our cameras. So
so
when I close Discord, it obviously takes the image. So yeah, I don't know
Just
why.
sits there like-
Just tonight, like Discord's been freezing on me. That's the second time now. So we're just gonna have to work through it, I guess. Push through it.
I have better internet than you with a fucking phone hotspot.
No, Discord's just taking a shit on me for some reason, and I don't like it. Stop it, Discord. What do I pay you for?
Bad.
Nothing.
Bad.
I actually want to comment on what Mitch said, but later once we get to like episode 18, 19.
What did I say? I don't remember what I said.
If you stop talking,
Not that part. There's no way
Yeah,
you want to comment
that.
on that. You want to
Yeah.
comment on that? All right.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
we'll find out. We'll find out. Save
Yeah,
it
we'll
for
find
later.
out later.
I would just like to
So-
apologize to all the people on Twitter that are offended by what Mitch said.
That wasn't even a fucking offensive joke. You're the one that's making it offensive.
So,
I
getting
don't know
back
what
to
you guys are talking about.
JJK.
You want me to make some offensive jokes? I can make some offensive jokes.
So, Momo versus Nobara.
It's been fun,
I thought
everybody.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it kind of let
For-
Nobara shine a lot there. Like we understood her character more or less. Like she had an attitude, like she was feisty, but we kind of I don't know. I think we learned a little bit more about her here, and we saw that she was actually able to, she could compete, she could hold her own against this third year. Actually, she would have beat the shit out of this third year if someone didn't snipe the shit out of her face. But
And if
I was
she had
so
used
pissed
her-
at that.
And if she had
Oh.
used her regular hammer instead of the toy for like that first swing, she was like, I would probably kill her if I
Yeah,
used my
well,
hammer."
honestly, she would not have even had that opportunity if Momo had gone all out too. Momo would have killed her first.
And Momo wasn't even really trying.
Yeah. She was just running away.
Running away. That fight was so annoying to me because I was like, I don't care, Momo, about Mai and how she has to be like. I don't care about her motives at all. Like,
you have to be cute, and you can't
like,
be. You
yeah,
can't.
Yeah,
you
they're
can't
very
have
much
fighting
just
at the
talking
same
about
time.
the gender roles of like jujutsu
if
sorcerers.
if you're a cute sorcerer, you have to work 5 times harder because everyone just expects you to be a cute little sorcerer. I was like, bitch, I don't care. Just fight. That's why I like Nobunaga so much in this one because she was just like, yeah, I don't give a shit if I'm cute or not. I just want to beat your ass.
Yeah, I think I'm.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm fighting, I think I'm a badass, but you know, outside the fight, I think I'm cute. You know, so she has like her two sides to her.
Like, I'm cute and I'm good. Fight me, bitch.
And
And she
also,
starts
like, you
smacking
were
the shit out of her with the squeaky hammer.
That was pretty funny.
That noise.
You heard
so
it squeaking
satisfying.
multiple times. It's like
Mhm.
bing, 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 bing.
And it was like
noise
leaving
is
like marks on her face. I'm like, God damn, that's gotta actually hurt.
But also, like you said, like, we didn't really care about Mai's backstory because all we could think about was like, all of this applies to Maki and she probably had it harder. And then Nobara said exactly what we were all thinking. I was like, thank you.
Mai is such a bitch, dude. Oh, I don't like her at all. She's so
And I guess
annoying.
we learned more about her backstory in the next couple minutes. When
Actually,
Maki jumps
when
in.
I was watching this episode, I was thinking, Maki has the most interesting backstory of everyone, but she's like the only character that actually had a backstory shared with us to this extent. Do you guys think if there's another character that?
Well, I mean, now
Panda, we've learned.
Panda, we've learned a little bit,
kind of.
not as much as Maki. I mean, I guess Earlobes, we know a little bit about his backstory.
You mean the principal from Kyoto?
Earlobes, the guy with the bow and arrow.
Yeah, the Earlobes is the principal.
In a little bit more.
He's not a fucking principal.
Yeah.
No, Yusuf's thinking about the guitar guy's earlobes.
No, I'm talking about your favorite character from Kyoto School.
The blood guy.
The third year, Kamo?
Yeah, the blood guy. We know a little bit about his backstory, how he's a bastard and he his mom.
He's like he's like a separate from another like separate big family, like the big three.
Yeah,
the
he's from one of the big three. And I'm saying his father is the leader of that clan, and he's like a child born out of wedlock with like a concubine, basically.
Yeah.
And then I guess you could say Yuta. We know a lot about Yuta's backstory, but we really haven't met Yuta.
Josh doesn't know.
We kind of know about.
The only thing I know about Yuta is that he watched his childhood love get run over by a car or some shit.
I mean, the entire movie is his backstory.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
We learned a little bit about like who Mekazawa is and what is even out there a little bit, but I hope that we can learn more about like I guess why he's fucked up or learn a little bit more about him just trying to connect better with the other students because it seems like he wants that.
Yeah. No, at this point, Maki's backstory is the most fleshed out, and it's really out of all the characters that have gotten any backstory, hers is the only one I care about. Because Nobara's, I don't care about hers. Hers is so stupid.
Yeah, I completely forgot her motivation and stuff. It was just because like her friend got bullied out of town, right?
Yeah. She didn't want to live in the country anymore, so she wanted to be a sorcerer to move to Tokyo. It's fucking stupid. Megami has one, but we don't really know about his yet.
Megami really doesn't care too much about his past either. He just cares about what he's gonna be doing in the future and who he's gonna protect.
Well, his whole motives are because of that traumatic experience he had with that girl. I don't know. We don't know what happened with her. We all know either like his sister or a girl he loved was involved, and she told him that he needs to protect people and like, dude, like, so his whole life is based off of that girl's philosophy. So
we'll find out more about that, right?
I think a little bit more.
Yeah, in like the next 4 episodes before this ends, I think we'll find out more. Oh, we did find out more about him when he had that fight with Kamo. Just kind of like, yeah, he's from the Zenin clan. I don't know what part of it, but and he kind of like separated himself just like Maki did, but he just wants to like pave his own path to being a Jujutsu sorcerer based on that experience he had with whoever that was.
He's kind of like he kind of
Oh.
reminds me of Neji from Naruto. Like he's from the lower branch of his clan, and he wants to like prove himself outside the scope of his clan.
Yeah.
So does that mean that Megami is related to Maki, if anything, like distantly, but
They're like distant cousins. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that whole talk about family and stuff just started to confuse me.
Family.
And I was just like, no, fuck this. I don't care about it. I'm just going to like throw it out of my brain. Doesn't matter. Because obviously Maki and Megami don't care about their families that much anymore.
There are 3 big clans. There's the Zenin clan, the Satoru clan, and then whichever one. What's the other one? The Kato something.
No, there's the Zenin clan, the Inumaki, the one with the cursed speech, and then Kamo is from a different one.
Gojo's from Gojo's.
I
from
know
one of the big
Gojo.
three.
I don't think Gojo's from the big 3. I think he's from a family that is like notorious for having like these incredible wells of cursed energy or whatever.
Yeah, because Yuta and Gojo are from the same clan. We find that out at the end of the movie.
Yeah, and we found out in that movie that Toge, the cursed speech guy, is from a big clan,
Okay.
and then we know what the other 2 are.
Okay.
Toge is probably my favorite character. Just
So we're going to have some family feud.
You too? You like him too?
I love him so much. I mean, I guess spoilers in a way, but I thought for sure that when he like stepped forward that he was gonna sacrifice himself and he was gonna die. The whole time I was just like, fucking no, don't do this, no. Luckily that didn't have to come to fruition, but I was just like, I'm gonna be upset.
One thing I never understood about that character is why, when he's talking in his own head, does he have to still say salmon and shit? Why doesn't he speak normally in his own head?
He's just so used to it, probably, you know.
Like when we're in his head, we should be hearing his thoughts and stuff.
He was just thinking what he's going to have for lunch, dude. Come on.
Yeah, that is true. I actually never thought about that, but I don't even. Did we actually have a moment where he was thinking to himself?
When he's in the forest by himself, he's thinking.
No, I don't think he thought that. I think he said it out loud.
Really?
Yeah,
I think so.
it wasn't like
you just talk to yourself in the middle of the forest. Unless he's
but
on his phone.
He said it to the spirit that was the cursed whatever.
Yeah, even if it was in his head, it was probably just the fact that he's so used to doing it that or I don't even know what a good example would be. You know, like if you're using a fake
find
accent.
someone else that says salmon all day long.
No, just like if you're using a fake accent like all the time, and then you go into a room by yourself, you might just keep doing it, even if you're just talking to yourself, because you're just so used to doing that.
Maybe he's just treating us. The authors are just treating us as if we're also at the school, and we have to know him as the other students know him. So we're not going to get any special treatment. We're going to have to interpret what's in.
We got to learn what he means, like how Megami knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna assume
so
I'm in the right
he's
here.
like seaweed. We gotta know that we gotta call someone.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Nah, I'm just gonna think I'm right. He's just wondering what he's gonna have for dinner.
Okay.
It sounds funny.
Yeah, so I think after Nobara kind of kicks down Momo, then Mai shoots Nobara. So now,
well, I thought the ending of that Nobara versus Momo fight was really cool. How you're like, God, Nobara sucks. She's missing all these shots the entire fight, and you find out she wasn't missing. She was setting up a trap the entire time.
Yeah, really I didn't feel that at all. I was like, you're shooting nails at somebody. You're like, what? That's gonna fucking sting.
Yeah. And then she's freaking Assassin's Creed running on the nails in the trees. I was like, oh my goodness.
That was, dude, how, like,
that was cool.
She must be like imbuing the nails with like curse energy, right? To like have that shit like hold her weight on the tree. Like she like hopped off a nail just to like get at the girl with the broom. I was like, that's some serious Home Depot nails.
That's why Nobra's my favorite. Like I think she's the underdog of the first years, but she's like, she shows up when she has to.
Well, she's cool because Yuji can just raw force everything. Megami can just use his curse power. Nobara has to use her powers creatively to win fights, which is why I like her a lot. So she always has to figure out a way to win. That's cool.
Yumi's just a fucking punching bag, no matter where you put him.
Yeah, and Yuji has the adaptability as a main character to always do the one move he needs to do, pretty much.
Yeah, so then Mai
breaking new records and everything with it.
Mai snipes Nobara from across the freaking world with a rubber bullet.
Dude, that's ridiculous,
Still.
man. Like, it's just a
That's
revolver. Like, I don't know the ranges and shit, but
It's ridiculous,
that's
and then
gotta
it's
be
even
one hell of a shot to be able to hit the head from there, dude.
it's ridiculous because she hits that shot from like 1,000 feet away. And we're like, okay, Mai's like this crazy marksman who doesn't miss. And then she fights Maki, who's literally 5 feet in front of her, and she can't hit a freaking single shot to save her life.
No, Maki just dodged him better. What do you mean?
And she cuts them in half, and
Dodges
she
them,
catches
slices
them.
catches it. Yeah.
I was like, what is going on, dude?
Was she shooting
think-
rubber bullets in that fight? Because that bitch
Yes.
looked real, the one like she made.
She was shooting rubber
It was-
bullets.
Yeah, they were rubber bullets.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess the only argument you could make there is the fact that like the difference between all those shots is that when she was shooting at Nobara, you know, she was obviously very focused, and as soon as she started to fight Maki, her emotions got the better of her, and she was very like filled with anger and whatever. But
I don't know.
you could say that clouded some of her judgment or whatever. But
that entire fight, I was like, God, just hit your shot, please. Oh my God, it was like me
take the
playing.
shot.
It was like me playing Fortnite, dude.
Playing the Call of
Maki was
Duty
just
campaign.
playing
That's
and
Mitch's
they're
like,
play of the game in
"Hit the shot."
Overwatch. He blows up a Diva bomb and then misses like the Zen for like 30 shots, and then eventually gets the dub. But
Yeah, I was like,
unlike
"Hit your
unlike Mitch, Mai takes the L on the fight with fucking her and Maki. And then they have like the big like soap opera backstory, like, you left me behind. Why would you leave me behind?
Why couldn't you mop the floor and wipe asses with me?
Yeah, why couldn't you have been a loser with me the rest of your life?
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting.
Well,
I guess.
I do have a question about it. Like, Maki, you know, is disgraced because she has no cursed power and, you know, all that shit. But Mai has curse power. Just because of that, was she thrown into Jujutsu High then? Or was it because Maki left?
Mai left because Mahi left, and Mai didn't want to be like alone anymore in the clan.
See, the
I
thing,
guess she was still going to be treated the same because the clan they hated Maki because she couldn't use cursed energy or whatever. But just the fact that they were twins was a bad omen for that clan. Or I don't know if
And
it's seen like that for anybody, for everyone else, or if it's just that clan. But even if she would have stayed, she still would have been stuck there.
Been treated
and
badly.
It wouldn't have. Yeah.
And I think
She had
that
to
what they
leave.
were trying to say in the backstory is basically that because they were both women, neither one of them had to be a jujutsu sorcerer, or that they even were viewed as very good sorcerers to begin with. But because Maki was so adamantly interested in becoming one, Mai had to do the same thing, because otherwise then everybody else would have just been looking down on her even more. So Mai only became one because Maki did. Maki did because she didn't like having like a simple life or being a servant. So they just have very different, I guess, desires or whatever, and Mai hates her for that. But Maki would be going against everything she wants to be. So
yeah, I get why
that's-
Maki left, because, you know, her family was a piece of shit to her pretty much. And she
Yeah.
was just going to live a really shitty life under other people's heel. But I think what I took from that fight and the backstory was that Mai was pretty much forced to become a sorcerer because Maki left. Because before Maki left, the father threatened to send Mai to Jujutsu High. And Maki said she has nothing to do with this. But I think because she left, that was a consequence. And even in the fight, Mai says, you think I wanted to be a jujutsu sorcerer and fight those things? You know, she doesn't like those things. She's terrified by them. So I think it's just because Maki left. She got pulled into the school. That's why.
It was because Mike left, but she wasn't forced into the school.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Mai chose to leave because Maki left. She said that.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Could be right. That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mitch. And I think she picked the other school intentionally because she did not want to. She hated Maki because of what she made her do. Because she didn't want to leave. She just wanted both of them to stay there and just live a simple life, hated by everyone.
I guess whether her enrollment was a choice or forced, it's clearly either way. It's because Maki left. That's all that's really important or
Because
whatever.
I don't think it was. I don't think it would have been forced because her family didn't think she had what it took to be a sorcerer, anyways. So they wouldn't have put her into because they're like, oh, you can't. You guys aren't sorcerers. What are you talking about? So because Maki left, I was like, fuck, now I have to fucking be a sorcerer too to prove to them not worse than my twin. So
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think that's it. But
I mean,
I don't-
she literally said that
I don't
word for
know.
word. She said that.
I don't know. I don't think so. I just wasn't paying attention
Pull
or
up the transcripts.
paying attention to the dub very much. But yeah, I just don't think that's it. Could be wrong. That's fine. But
All that we need to know is it's because Maki chose to go that route that she ended up going the same route. That's the important thing. That's why Mai hates
yeah,
her so much.
this really doesn't matter. But
Yeah,
I thought it was kind of interesting with Mai's character is that she's kind of both sides of the same coin. Like she's like a complete bitch on the outside, but then when she actually like goes through like the full fight with Maki, she like just breaks down. You don't really see that too much with characters that start off like that. They're usually like a bitch from the start and then a bitch at the end. But she just completely breaks down. And I thought that was pretty cool with Mai.
A little bit more human and yeah, like you said, before that I only ever saw her as an asshole, and now it's like you're still an asshole, but at least now I kind of know why you are, and I can understand.
Not justified at all. Man. Mai sucks. I hate Mai.
And not saying it's justified. I'm just saying I understand why she's an asshole, and it's not just like you're just an asshole to be an asshole.
I think
Mhm.
they did a good job trying to build sympathy for her character, but ultimately it's up to whoever's watching it if they think that's enough or not.
Yeah.
In the end, it's just whatever Maki decides. I don't think Maki I think she's indifferent. She has a rivalry with her sister, but the only thing she cares about is just being
I
as
don't
good
even
as she
think
can. So that
Maki
way
thinks that's a rivalry at all, dude. She was like,
It's
"Oh, you're
not.
not gonna."
Yeah, it's not a rivalry.
Are you done already? All right, should we call it there? So
We
yeah.
also
So
find
either
out.
way, I just think she's indifferent. Like she doesn't give a shit.
We also find out that if the high school got its way, Maki would be a rank 2, but her clan keeps stepping in and not letting her become rank 2.
yeah, which I mean, I guess makes sense for the family because they don't want to be proven wrong by Maki. So they're going to do everything in their power to prevent her from succeeding, which sucks for Maki, but I guess it makes sense for the dickhead of a family she has.
That's her character. Yep.
So then, well, was that it for, what was that, all 17? Just all that?
So.
Good golly
Yeah.
majolly.
Well, that was 17, and then a bunch of other stuff from 18 and stuff we talked about. Like,
Well, I know like, 19 and 20 pretty much go hand in hand with each other because it's all about the, Toto and
yeah,
Yuji fight with the special grade. But what happened in 18?
Megami and Earlobe
the
fighting.
blood guy.
Yeah,
Blood guy. Yeah. Blood demon art.
Blood for the blood god.
We must spend this time for about 3 minutes talking about your family and how we are both the same, Megami. And Megami the entire time she's like, dude.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. Shut up. Dude,
Nah,
stop.
Shut the fuck up. No, we're not.
We're not the same. Keep talking. Oh, what's happening here? So, yeah. I mean, what do you guys think of Blood Guy?
He's cool, but he's kind of boring. I don't know.
I think he's just kind of no. I was gonna say like I didn't really like him because he seemed to be like overly like a d-bag, just because he was like, oh, we were ordered by our principal to take out Yuji, but I'm not doing it because he ordered me. I'm doing it because I think it's right. But I guess it makes sense for his character.
I think he's covering for the principal.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he didn't confirm that he was ordered by the principal.
He did, didn't he?
No, he didn't confirm it. He Megami asked him, and he said, "No, I'm doing it because I think it's the right thing to do." So he didn't implicate, if I'm using that word properly, he did not implicate the president or principal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's all right. I think it's funny that he was doping to boost his blood output. And that was also sad.
The blood output.
Yeah, man. He was doping because he manipulates his blood, right? And he's capped based on how much blood he can make. So he's doping so that way he can make more blood. So he can keep fighting longer.
I think it's cool how he uses his arrows. Like he coats the tips in blood so he can maneuver them and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't get that at first,
physics.
but then like Megami just shakes the blood off the arrow and is like, that's gross as shit. So I'll put tomato ketchup on that bitch.
I don't understand why he needs to use blood to open his fucking eyes, though. Just open your eye, guy. It's not hard.
He's just putting.
I thought
he's putting more blood in his eye to make it. It looks cool.
Yeah. I thought he was like reinforcing his vision, or that was like all part of him, like, I don't know, just like reinforcing his physical abilities when he was then fighting hand to hand.
Having more blood in my eye can make me see better, maybe. Yusuf?
It just looks cool.
Answer?
Yeah, he didn't need to have his eyes open when he was shooting his arrows because he imbued it with his blood, so they were just heat seeking. So you could just stay as Brock the whole time. It didn't matter until he ran out of arrows. And then he just like turned up 100% and just went hand to hand with Megami, and I thought that was pretty dope because I would not have thought. I mean, on my second playthrough, I already knew, but
Playthrough,
watching it at least for the first time, I never would have. It put two and two together. Like, all right, he's like a ranged fighter, but he excels in like close range fighting too. Like they made it a point these last 4 episodes that we're covering here. Like, oh, this is a close range fighter. This is a mid range fighter. This is long range.
Everyone's pretty much analyzing each other.
Yeah, exactly. But he kind of picked up on his own weakness there, and obviously he prepared for it. And he was destroying Megami. And Megami actually unleashed a new shadow, right? New Shinigami.
The elephant.
The elephant.
Oh yeah.
We actually learned more about Megami's ability. It was analyzed by Kamo.
He says like he can only have like 10 Shikigami. Is that like it's like total 10, like forever? 10 shadow, or is that only at like a time?
Yeah, I think it's 10 altogether.
Forever?
And then I think so.
Wow.
So I don't think we got.
He already lost one with the first wolf, right?
Lost 2. He also lost the snake.
Yeah. He lost it, but then he also explained that when he loses one, the power of that Shinigami get kind of sort of transferred to the other ones as well. So
they should respawn.
That's why I think that he can't replace them, because that would just be too broken. Like he could just keep killing them off and then just
So Megami only has 8 more Shikigami, right?
Well, didn't Nue die in episode 19?
I don't think we confirmed it. I think he released it in time. But I don't know.
Maybe not. That would suck though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would suck.
But that being said, I kind of hope that I don't imagine it's going to happen in the next 4 episodes, but in future seasons of JJK or whatever, that in a way I almost kind of hope now that more of them die off, so that we can get like closer and closer to just like having a few, if not just like a single badass super powerful Shinigami that he can summon, and it's just like the combination of all of them. I guess in utility or whatever, it might not be as useful as having multiple ones to summon.
So
but
you want a dog with like a frog, a fucking tongue, and like an elephant trunk? It'll just come out and just be like, fucking kill me. Living and suffering.
It'll be like the dog girl from
that's
the dog doing.
No,
you know what I wonder is, does each frog count as a separate like Shinigami, or are they like all, like, is it all one? Because he has like 4 fucking frogs. I think that's such a waste.
I know. Yeah. I was thinking that too.
I hope that it's just one, but maybe it's not. I don't know.
Yeah. You got Kermit and then
It's
the
like
other
he,
three
he like
frogs.
lets all his Pokemon out of his Pokeballs. You see an elephant. You see whatever the elephant is from Gen 8. You see fucking Noctowl, and then you see fucking 4 Froakies there,
Yeah.
or like 4 Politoeds. It's
Carrying
like,
the
dude,
team, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty funny though. Half his
so you see
fucking
like
squad
Rock
is
or
just
whatever the hell this
frogs.
shit's called.
Yeah, yeah. Jeez.
Like you have the fishermen that they're all just the whole fucking party is Magikarp, dude. He's just got frogs.
I never
Mhm.
trust those guys. One of these days they're just gonna throw Gyarados at me or some shit. I'm gonna shit my pants.
Yes, sir. So, how does their fight end, or is it that it gets interrupted
Interrupted.
by
It's
what's
interrupted
his
by
face?
Hanami.
Hanami. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So the tree dude that speaks in reverse pops in
Oh
because
wait,
now there's like a big, I guess, assault on the exam on behalf of like the bad guys and the special grade
Mojito.
bad guys.
Dude, you want to see
before
like the
that
most
happened, there were like
underwhelming
some
fucking
scenes.
villain? You get the fucking butcher guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were like some
They-
scenes in between the plant person, like interrupting the fight. Like we saw Koge like in the forest doing some shit, and then he saw the special grade 1 that was secretly released to kill Yuji, and then we saw Panda exercise one of the spirits. He like smacked it. He's like,
Attaboy Panda,
lucky.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
ultimately we find out that the principal original plan was to get this 1 grade curse,
Semi grade 1.
Yeah, semi-special grade.
into the exam, and then the blood guy was gonna blow on a whistle, and it was just gonna go to the whistle and kill Yuji. That was the game plan, but I think Toto got in the way with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I guess we also saw that the axe guy that you were talking about, was he the one who put up the veil?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
like
so he
triggered
put
it
up a
by like
veil,
hammering a nail or
and
some
it was
shit.
yeah, and it was a special veil that allowed anybody to pass in or out except for Gojo Senpai.
Gojo.
Yeah, I don't.
Yuzo.
Yeah, it was definitely someone else's veil, I guess. I don't really know how that works because I'm sure the butcher guy wouldn't want to keep Gojo out the entire time.
Yeah,
He's
that's
just
why I was
like, I want to make a
confused.
rack with him.
Exactly. That bugged me a lot because he, if I'm understanding correctly, he created it, but that was the one person he wanted to fight.
Well,
That's the one person who could not get in.
well, he was on orders from Mojito to say, "Don't let Gojo in because Gojo will save Yuji," and their whole goal was to kill Yuji.
Yeah, I'm,
So he was like-
I'm assuming
so
the
he was like-
nail had something. It wasn't like his gimmick, the nail thing. And then when like he did the chant, like some cursed
True.
shit came out of the nail and made the
Well,
veil or some shit.
That makes sense.
I think it was him that did it, but he was just like, "Damn, I got ordered to do this, but I really just want to fight Gojo, but I'm still gonna put up the veil because I don't want Mojito to kill me."
I think he put up the veil, he just didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, because
Like,
he
they
like
probably told him to put up the veil.
What if
set these rules.
What if
You'll be good.
when he was so excited when he was making the veil, he was like, "I want my rack so bad, I can't wait to see Gojo-san." And then the veil is like, "Keep him out. All right, cool, bet." Now he's just like,
Yeah,
"Fuck."
because he's just that bad of a curse spirit
He's
fighter
just
or whatever the fuck he's
a
called.
dumb, useless one-note
He's just
character.
dumb.
He's just gonna be
Yep.
there for
Yeah.
information, pretty much. The entire time, he's just like, "I want to make a rack. Where's my rack at? Not this old guy. I can't make you out of anything. I just want my
I'll
rack."
make you a wallet.
It's like, oh my god, dude.
He's really handy.
We get it. And then we had that like blonde villain that
He
was
was
just
weird.
that just
He was
kind
there
of
for, like,
showed
2
up
minutes.
and was like,
Yeah.
"Ooh,
And left.
I got
Ooh,
all these
women."
ladies after me."
We don't
Is
even
this
know
the start
what
of my
his-
harem, bro. And then he
Yeah,
fucking
we don't even know
leaves.
what his technique was. He didn't even do anything. He just fucking left.
He just did the.
I don't think he has anything. He just has the fucking sword that holds his
Oh
hand
yeah,
like a
the
bitch.
sword. But that's it
That's
then.
all he's got. Yeah.
Sad.
So we got introduced to 2 very throwaway villains, I guess.
Yeah.
Emphasis on the throwaway
But
with the fucking
to
butcher
me,
guy.
it was definitely Hanmi. The
Yes.
plants baddie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anime she's cool.
And it
She is pretty
made
cool.
sense. It made sense that is it she or he?
Assuming it's she. But
She.
Okay, I'm not sure. Uh, it made sense that she was like a curse that embodied, I guess, all of. Was she like technically the curse that embodies like all of humanity's, like, I guess, fear of nature or something like that? Because certainly it seemed like her thing was that she wanted to eliminate humans to save the planet or to like save nature.
Nature, preserve it.
She was born out of nature's desperation to survive, despite the humans trying to, take down the forests and burn up the lakes and shit.
Make all their agriculture.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a pretty cool,
Mother Earth.
I guess, origin in a way.
Yeah.
Obviously, not necessarily going about it in the way that I would like it to happen, but makes sense to want to save the planet.
But then at the same time, they completely fucking kill a bunch of trees and shit, just sucking up the energy. Yeah. But at the same time, they'll destroy nature when it benefits them. But
exactly.
So I mean, it's right there. It's a lot of political commentary right there for you.
Yeah. Okay. Since we're talking about politics and Mitch's comments earlier and how Hanami is a girl, the reason I wanted to comment on it is because one of the Jujutsu Stroll things, like after the episodes,
I don't watch
actually
them.
had a scene. Well, I watched it actually for the second playthrough. I made sure to watch it.
Playthrough? Why do you keep
Gotta get
saying
all the
playthrough,
collectibles, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Why
It's the
do you
second
say
playthrough.
playthrough?
Because he said it on accident the first time, and now it's just
get all the trophies, get all the collectibles, get the platinum.
New game plus.
Okay.
Actually, it was like a mini series on like a romance between Hanami and Jogo. Like Hanami was a schoolgirl and Mahito was actually a schoolgirl too. And then Jogo was a guy. And so they made it a point to say like Mahito was like interested in guys and Hanami was a girl and she had a thing with Jogo. That's why I'm pretty sure they're actually both females, even though they're portrayed as guys. I think their spirit is a female, identifying as a female.
So you guys don't see it off camera, but Yusuf has a fucking like bulletin board in the background with a bunch of like red strings connected to each other.
Yeah. So
he's been
put together, dude. I was so hot doing this. I have a fucking fan blowing on me too. I was sweating putting that theory together.
So wait, Hanami is the plant one, Jogo is the volcano, and who was the other one? Mahito? Who was that? I forget
Margarita.
Already.
Yeah, Margarita.
The one that killed Junpei. The main baddie.
Patches.
Oh, the one that
hands in the mouth. Crazy.
So you're saying that that's actually a girl spirit?
Is he not just a gay? Is he not just gay?
He had feminine features in the Jujutsu Stroll.
I mean, he could.
Hanami.
Well, they can make
made
it. I
very,
guess.
very obvious.
Some interesting lore.
Well, Mojito's not really anything. He can make himself whatever the hell. He made himself into a child. He made himself into a freaking his arms were knives. Like he made himself into a giant ball of mush that just fell into a sewer. I don't think Mojito's really got a gender.
But they're different. Like Hanami's special grade. I don't know what the fuck Mojito is, but like they're evolving. Like they have a language. They can think independently. They're finding motivation in their fights. So I don't think it's a stretch. I thought it was interesting that they put that in there. So.
It's a fun bit.
Is it over?
Yeah.
Now let me tell you why never mind.
No, tell us why the.
Well, let's talk about Salmon Guy, right? And how much of a badass he is.
My favorite.
Let me tell you why the LGBTQ is.
Hey, happy Pride Month, everybody.
What?
Huh? What?
Talk about Salmon Guy, please. Get off of whatever the fuck you were starting.
He likes blowing away the special grade.
Blowing special grades.
Yeah.
Telling him to stop.
Stop and blow him. Let's go, baby.
No, I
telling
think it was
him to
his
stop telling
entrance
them
was
to run
so
away.
his entrance was so badass because like it was in like a peak moment in the fight between uh dude, I want to call him earlobes and I'm pissed because he's not earlobes, but I fucking hate you.
Say blood
Jesus
demon guy
Christ.
or whatever.
Earlobe.
Yeah, blood boy, Beast Boy, and Megami
Yeah, so earlobes
fighting.
and
Megami
Megami.
launches them through the window with his fucking elephant. Bloodbender is like analyzing when he's in the air. He's getting his ass kicked. He's like, I'm in the air. Oh no, something's coming.
And I'm wet.
Open
He
space.
gets shocked. He's like, oh no, I got shocked.
That bitch
And
is
then
coming.
yeah, and they like land outside, and then like that giant entrance from that baddie, right?
That
And
bad
then
bitch.
Yeah, baddie.
Toge's like, run, and then they all just fucking run. I thought that
Yeah.
was so cool. Yeah, it was so cool, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I love
That's
it when
fair.
the character ran in and said run away, and then they ran away. So then
Yes.
Megami and, earlobes and Salmon try to contact Gojo, but then the special grade said psych and broke Megami's phone.
Yeah, fucking
Did
Groot comes over and
guys
slaps his phone out of his hand.
Did you guys think that was stupid? Like, very obviously, there's this fucking stacked ass curse right in front of you, and Megami's like,
Hello, Gojo. We need some help over here.
"Hey,"
Yeah.
I know exactly
and
who to
fucking gets
call.
smacked. Yo, I was on the fucking phone call.
Bitch, what the fuck?
Or, I thought it was weird that Hanami, instead of, like, I don't know, maybe punching Megami in the head and trying to, like, kill him, just like, you know what? You don't get to talk on the phone anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Just hit the guy, man.
I didn't think about it, but that's really fucking dumb.
The special grade curse comes over and says, I am Groot.
Yeah.
Slaps his phone and just slaps his phone.
These devices
keep
are
it-
ruining
gotta keep it
nature. There we
exciting.
go. There we go.
Yeah,
These devices
exactly.
are ruining nature. Get them out of my sight. That's why. That's the only reason they started to attack, because Megami couldn't get
that
off his
lithium
goddamn
battery.
phone.
Yep,
God
exactly.
damn it, Megami.
But
Yeah.
I thought it was crazy that like clearly Salmon was stressing himself so hard just to keep the special grade at bay that he was like coughing up blood because he was just, I guess, exerting it. I think that they said he was like exerting his throat muscles so much that he was like coughing up
Well,
blood.
because I'm guessing it's because it's a special grade, so it takes much more out of him for the commands to actually affect the special grade.
Megami says that he didn't really say any like hard words, but because it's special grade, he had to use those words so much more difficultly, or whatever you want to say.
It's either the command in the word or the target that it's being used on for how much it takes for him to say it.
We go a little back and forth, like the earlobes like shows Megami that it really wasn't he was holding back in their fight because he was doing some cool moves against special grade, and then Megami almost loses Nue, the bird, and Salmon blows the special grade, and then sure enough Maki makes the entrance and starts showing off her swag with what was her name, Miwa?
Miwa's sword just breaks in half on that thing's horn.
Feel bad for Miwa when she gets her sword back. Sorry, here's back. What?
The thing that I thought was kind of like, again, that because he's like now my favorite character. The thing that I was worried about was A, that Salmon was gonna just die, but also B, that I guess because he was coughing up blood, I was worried that he was gonna stress himself out so much that he was gonna like rip his vocal cords and basically just become like completely incapacitated or whatever going forward. Like I'm sure that that could happen with other people, like exerting themselves too much and breaking a bunch of bones or whatever, but like if he was just to like rip his vocal cords, that he would just be fucking donezo, because there's only so much you can do to repair that. But now that I'm saying that, just remind me because I forget, do they have like curse healer, like do they have healers on their squad?
Not on their squad. Like there's
Just in
none
the script.
there, but there is healers. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
can
Never
use
mind.
curse to heal, and we
Okay,
learned
then
that
I
the
guess
hard
forget all
way.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just worried because I was like, dude, this is by far now my favorite fucking character, and they're like putting him in so much danger. I'm gonna be fucking livid if they just kill him off now.
We learn about cursed healing the bullshit way in the movie. You just kind of just like
yeah, you're right.
you just kind of just like, I'll heal you guys now because I know how to do that. Or it's like,
Huh.
what the fuck?
Joke's on
Yeah.
you. I'm the main character of this movie.
But
Yeah.
speaking of the
Yeah,
movie,
he like.
go for it, Yusuf.
I was just gonna say he like fucking evolved in that movie from 1 minute to the other,
Mhm.
like with no justification at all for how it
Discovering new
happened.
powers left and right.
Yeah. Speaking of the movie though, I'm surprised they didn't like why doesn't Toge carry around the throat spray like he did in the movie?
He
Like,
had
did.
he
He
had a
did.
bottle
did?
on him.
Oh,
yeah,
he did? Okay,
he had one.
okay. I
He
must
was
have missed it.
when they were running through the hallway, he sprayed it, but he used it all up.
Mhm.
Okay. I must have missed it then.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I saw him coughing some.
No, he
before
definitely had
he was
it.
spitting blood.
So
I think that's foreshadowing. I think later in the series, 100% Toge is gonna lose his voice somehow. He's gonna have to push himself
Dude.
so hard where he's gonna lose.
it would have to
I
be
don't- I
like
don't think-
obviously a big fight or something.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he's not gonna like
I don't
trip
think
in
he'll
like
be
a
a
little
Boji-
toothpick's gonna stab
like-
him in the throat or some shit.
No, he's gonna be fighting like. There's gonna be
And then- no, and then he just goes, fuck it, and then like the entire area around is just a giant, fuck
Crater.
fest.
no.
He had a salmon kebab and he forgot about the fucking toothpick.
They're gonna be fighting like Mojito or something. He's gonna scream like die or something, and then his throat's gonna get ripped up.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's for
I wonder
later.
what dude, imagine what his domain looks like. Like you're in a little bubble and there's just a fucking dictionary floating all around you. Like
It's just a menu. Oh,
Yeah,
salmon.
Yeah.
Kelp leaves.
yep.
So, moving on, because we've been going for 51 minutes, and we haven't even talked about the fight with Toto and the whole Black Flash
so
thing.
much happening. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's gonna be hard for us to keep all of that in order. Exactly.
Well, just to
Well,
start
then you had like
we see
Maki and
Yuji.
Megami.
Yeah, that's true. So we're introduced to like this special grade weapon that completely punts away the special grade, and we have like a quick little montage of Maki and Megami like swapping weapons in between each other, and they look like they're doing good, but it turns out like the special grade threw a seed onto Megami where we find out later works off cursed energy, so Megami was pretty much done after that. He couldn't do anything. And Maki did not last very long against the special grade. Because obviously she can't, she doesn't have
So
a technique.
The special grade smacked her glasses off, right? And she needs her glasses to see
I
curses.
thought about this too.
Mhm.
Could she not just see that she was getting strangled and she was just getting strangled?
She must
mean-
not have been able to see it.
I mean, granted, you don't really, you don't have to see yourself get strangled to know you're being strangled. To her, she was just like floating there, and Megami's like, "No, Maki,
And she's like, Megami, it's okay.
Megami, stop, stop, bro. It's cool. It's cool."
Yeah.
It's time for us to tag out. I know they're coming. And then we have the grand entrance of the boys.
Boogie, woogie, woogie.
Yeah,
Best friends. Best of friend.
my friendo.
My friend.
Granted,
brother.
Granted,
It
I
was-
watched this in dub again, so they didn't say that shit.
It was so funny when they get there. Panda comes and takes Megami and Maki away.
Panda!
I
Gosh.
loved what Panda said. Yeah.
Panda!
Gosh. And then Megami, before he leaves, Yuji tells him the whole like, "It's okay, it's okay," and they have like the little
Smiles,
flashback before he dies, and then Megami's like, "If you die, I'll kill you," and Yuji's
the
like,
classic.
"Well,
Looks
I
like
guess I can't
now.
die now." It's like, okay.
The classic "if you die, I'll kill you" line.
Guess I can't die now.
so
And then
Toto's-
2 seconds later, Toto's just like, "If you can't land a black flash, I'm
I
gonna
will
watch
let
you die." It's like,
yeah, I will watch you die.
these guys are so
Yeah.
fucking casual about this shit right now.
Yeah,
He's
so I was-
confident that he can do it.
That's
I'm
what I'm
gonna
saying.
let you. I'm gonna let you solo the boss real quick. I'll be standing right over here for support.
Yeah, you
He
take
fucking
on the
gonna
special
steal the
grade.
He gets
XP.
fucking smashed, dude.
Yeah, Toad's like,
Yeah.
I will not help you until you land this hit. I
Mhm.
was like, oh crap.
But
And
he'll
then-
still he would steal the XP though.
And then when Yuji misses, I thought it was funny that Toto's just like, wait a second, special grade. We need to talk about something real quick.
Yeah, no, the fucking special grade. You didn't even say shit.
I know,
Literally,
he's like, what?
like Itadori's just like trying to beat the shit out of special grade, just using like just the anger from the whole Junpei shit that happened,
Mm-hmm.
and then Toto's just like, my friend,
Yeah.
and then the special grade's like,
Are they fighting? each
Are they
other now?
fighting now? What's happening? And then it just fucking stands there and just watches them.
What Toto said, I was like, what the? He's like, get all that negative thoughts about Megami or whatever out of your head, and the fact that they ruined our honeymoon.
Yeah, your
like,
your
what?
friend's been injured,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
our gracious
friend honeymoon has got ruined, and he's like, that's the most tragic thing in the world. Like, oh my.
I know
goodness,
how you
Toto.
feel.
Furious too,
I know how
but we
you
have to
feel.
set that aside.
We need to set.
But anger can work both ways. It can
Oh,
hamper
you're
a
such a
sorcerer's
idiot.
abilities, but also potentially enhance them. But you know, for you with the Black Flash, you're gonna need to calm down, bro. So then he slaps him again. He's like, "All right, you good?" And then Itadori, of course, is like, "Better," like a Snickers commercial.
And then Itadori's focus so much starts drooling. He's just like,
yeah. And then before the drool actually hits the water, like Itadori dashes forward, and then it's just like, all right, here's the Black Flash. Just like that, you know? So I don't really know what it's supposed to be. I know it's like 2.5 times the amount of damage or some shit as like a normal cursed energy attack, but I mean, isn't it like it's like super difficult to use at first, right?
Yeah.
They exaggerate a lot, but the whole premise is you channel your cursed energy into like the point that you're gonna make contact, like a trillionth of the second right before you actually make contact with the person.
Mhm.
Super weird. And if you succeed, it's the Black Flash, and then you enter like what is
The
it like
zone.
the zone, and you become
Auto
one
zone.
with all your potential cursed energy that you like can fully utilize in that fight for I don't know how long. So
he's going
and
Super
Does it-
Saiyan.
flow state.
So doesn't it make it easy to do like consecutive Black Flashes,
Yeah,
or is it
yeah.
just kind of luck? Because the
So no.
glasses or goggles was saying like he got lucky with his 4. So I'm a little
Well,
confused on that.
I'm pretty sure once you use the Black Flash once, you put yourself in the zone. It's easier to use them again, but it's still difficult.
But he was saying like it's difficult to use the next day because just using the initial one is difficult.
Yeah.
Because it's like a frame perfect move, I guess.
Yeah, it's like at least it's like the trillionth of a second you have to be perfect. Oh.
Well, thank God Itadori's the main character because he does like fucking 7 Black
He did
Flashes.
5. He did 5.
He did the initial one, right? Just the one,
Yes,
and then he did 4.
And then 4 back to back. Yeah.
And then
So,
no,
I don't know
actually
if it's gonna
there was
break the record.
he did break the record. He actually did. There was the 5th one that he did in a row in the scene where Toto swapped with the bad guy and they traded blows. It was like the moment where Itadori's like, "Oh shit, now he's throwing punches right before they clap."
That was a
Mhm.
Black
And then they
Flash? I
exchanged
didn't even
blows
see
and
it.
right there he
Mhm.
had one more Black Flash. It was a really small one, but it was the 5th one.
Mm.
But
And then the whole time Toto
And
in
that
the
was it.
background was just fucking crying. My
Yeah.
best friend.
Proud.
But I think it's cool because like my first watch, you didn't realize this because you didn't know what it was. But if you go back and watch episode 4, you realize that in Yuji's like act of desperation, he uses Black Flash against that special grade in that domain when he dies.
Mm.
He punches and his hand gets all black and stuff. So he uses it without even knowing what he's doing in the early part of the season.
Yeah.
And we also saw that in the movie
Yeah, Yuta does it in the movie.
without even knowing what it was.
Mhm.
And they didn't even mention it.
Mhm.
They've already had to explain enough in that one movie. More and it just would have killed us.
Yeah.
So then after Yuji learns how to use the Black Flash, Todo joins the fight and it eventually reveals his like jujutsu technique, and it is called the Boogie Woogie. Took us, mark it down, almost took us an hour to bring up why the title of the stream is called Boogie Woogie.
Roll credits.
Yeah, we're done. Roll the outro. Bye. I'm not doing a bit with that.
I realize now that's his like ability, but at first the way that he was like talking about his, he said like his 530,000 GPU.
That was self-proclaimed.
I thought
Self-proclaimed IQ.
Self-proclaimed. Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was him saying that was his ability, that he had like a lot of battle awareness or something.
No, he's just fucking smart.
That's
man.
just some whole other fucking thing.
His ego's just that big.
I think I read something that out of all human characters in manga and anime, Todo has the highest recorded IQ in manga and anime history.
Self-proclaimed recorded.
Yeah, because it's fucking self-proclaimed.
Yeah.
But dude, he like was able
I
to
know, like
figure
I
it
believe
all
he's
out
smart, but I just
0.011 like 0.00001 seconds. It's like, dude, got it. And then he wouldn't. I was like, holy shit, bro, my man's big and smart.
I believe he's smart. I just think it's funny that
bro.
they believe it because
They
it's
literally put me in the show. Brain power.
That was I love that scene so much because it's playing like the badass, like the music in the background, and then you just have Todo just like smirking and shit, and then like you just see the brain. It's like self-proclaimed fucking IQ, and then he's like, all these calculations lead to one outcome. Victory. And then they start charging forward. 2 seconds later, he gets grabbed by a branch and he just goes, and then he's just completely almost thrown into like a wall of spikes, and then Boogie comes out.
Technique.
Yeah,
Yes,
so down level.
God, Todo is such a fucking brilliant character, man.
And then
I love him so much.
Then he reveals it. He's like, it allows me to switch places with my opponent. And then Yuji's just like, does that mean, shh, we'll keep that a secret. So then, then it's just like a really awesome fight with Todo and Yuji just kind of bouncing off each other, switching places. Todo switching places with the bad guy. And it's a really great fight. And the soundtrack is awesome for that entire thing. It's like a jazzy shit, isn't it? Or
yeah, it's like hip hop.
Dude, it was so good. I really enjoyed rewatching that fight.
Definitely immersed in that. Like I felt like it went by quick, but at the same time, I'm like, wow, it's only been like 8 minutes. Like this whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good fight.
Really good. Like no words can describe how good it was. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it. That's it.
It's just
you have to see it for yourself.
It's crazy because it's not even the best fight in the show. We still have I personally we still have a better fight coming up.
I agree, 100%. My favorite fight is in the last episode.
Yeah, I agree.
So
spoiler, Josh. There's a fight. Another one coming up.
Yeah, people fight in this show, Josh. I'm sorry.
Shit.
Absolutely my favorite.
Bye, Josh.
Awesome.
So then, so the fight wraps up with pretty much we're cutting to Gojo finally breaking into the veil, and then he's just like he has like a really good shot of him with like both of his eyes out. He's just like looking around and shit, and he's just like, there's Yuji. Wow, he looks much stronger than the last time I saw him. Oh, because Todo's there. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
They should be fine with that special grade. That means I should go for... Just like teleports right next to the goddamn butcher. And I gotta say, I remember that fight with the butcher guy and the guitar principal. I thought it was way longer.
Same. I was excited for it.
Barely anything.
Yeah, I was excited to relearn it and like figure out what his like technique was. But no, he just strums a guitar.
Anything.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but like I'm glad you said something, Trap, because I felt like I was gonna go crazy with like me being the only one thinking that it went a lot longer than that.
No, I remember them having a good like 5-6 minute fight.
I don't know
why.
I don't know what happened to my brain, but apparently that fight was very just not there. It just wasn't there.
And the butcher just gets all his arms and legs cut off. And like
So yeah, and then you have this cool shot of Gojo teleporting in. He's just like, "You are my target." And then, sure enough, the butcher guy, being the one note character he is,
like the real earlobe is like, "Don't kill him." He's like, "Okay."
Rack, and just he does like this goofy fucking smile, and then both of his arms, both his legs just get fucking crippled into each other, and then he's just on the ground just going, "Oh, my rack is bullshit." And then
right before they switched out of that scene, like that character, like he had like a really convincing yell. He's like, "It hurts, and I thought it was like super convincing. I was like,
and then we had the other underwhelming villain bump into Nobara, Mai, and the other teacher, the other female teacher, and he's like, "Oh, my harem and shit," and then he leaves, unimportant. But then we have a fucking awesome scene with Gojo where he shows off his like technique with the what was it, the Jujutsu, or what was it, like cursed amplification and like cursed reversal, like blue and red, and then he combines them both together to make hollow purple, dude. And then the special grade was trying to retreat. Yuji wanted to chase after it, and then Toto's like, "Brother, stop! Don't move, or you'll get caught up in it." Sure enough, and then hollow purple comes in with a fucking awesome soundtrack and just completely just decimates like pretty much most of the exam area. And then that was pretty much the end of the exam there.
I actually there was one part I wanted to mention, and it was a while ago. Mitch, I remember because you brought it up too. At some point they mentioned, I don't remember if it was in the movie. No, it was definitely in this season, that there's 4 special grade sorcerers.
Yeah, there's 4. Yeah.
Yep. And so it's Gojo.
Actually, there's
Geto.
5. There's 5.
Who's the 5th one?
There's Gojo, Geto, Yuta, a third year from I think Kyoto, and then there's a girl who is like an evil sorcerer that we haven't met yet. Because
I don't think third year is a special grade from Kyoto, but we met. We were introduced actually to the 3rd/4th special grade female one. It was the one in Toto's flashback when he was
on the motorcycle. On the motorcycle.
Yeah, that's her.
With like the weird fucking robot skeleton fish looking fucking thing.
That's her.
Yeah, I wanted to know who the fuck that was because that looked awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, and she kind of gets off the bike and she's just like, "What kind of girl's your type?"
Yeah. You?
Oh yeah.
He always says that.
Mommy?
Yeah. So special grade are Gojo, Geto, Tsukumo, who is the one we saw on the motorcycle. Yeah, Yuta. And then
I remember mentioning to you at one point that we actually saw her like for a brief moment, and that's where Toto got his inspiration, but that was actually his mentor. I didn't know that was his mentor.
That's right about that. Okay.
And then the other girl that he saw like in his vision, that's like the superstar that he's in love with or whatever.
Yeah.
That scene was so good. They like that's where Toto's brain goes.
Have is like this meet up in this place. I'll have to thank her.
Like Toto's brain always goes to like a high school like drama.
Yeah. The handshake event. I'll have to thank her.
Think, Toto. Obviously, that's a cursed technique. What do you think it's gonna work against? And he's just like, "I got it. Cursed energy. You're right." Which means, and then he turns off his cursed energy and just gets pelted by a bunch of those seeds.
Yeah, but
that's the scene where it was like all that happened 0.01 seconds or some shit.
Yeah.
Toto's just ridiculous.
530k IQ energy right there.
But didn't Gojo say that Yuji is could be considered a special grade?
Well, I guess not yet.
I don't know. I think if anything, they may have been referring to Sukuna, but
well, yeah, he's obviously a special grade, but
yeah. Well, it's like a vengeful spirit or whatever. But so was Cursed Rika. from
the movie.
what was
So
it?
I mean, do we have anything else we want to
Utah.
talk about with Gojo
think-
and the special grid?
They just said that because of the fact that he basically did Control X on all of that land and shit, they said they cannot technically confirm whether or not that special grade was exercised or if it was able to escape, because now just all of the evidence and everything is fucking gone.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
we
technically
found out. I can't remember if we were told before or if we just found out at the end of episode 20. The reason why they went to the school was to get the fingers.
Oh yeah.
And so we had that flash to Margarita with the finger, and then like two distorted people, and I don't know who those people were.
They're just two like random like guards, I guess.
Randos.
Both of their heads were like fucked up. It's always disturbing seeing that.
So they did that to steal Sukuna's fingers to feed to like other curses to make them stronger, or to feed to Itadori?
No, to make more special
their
grids.
vision is to like their goal is to collect as many fingers as possible to offer it to Sukuna as like a temptation to have him either like side with them or just consume them and then overcome Yuji and just create a world for evil curses
Gotcha.
or curses, whatever.
Okay.
But unfortunately, because of
I think that's it.
the villains interrupting the exam, we never got the result of it. But we should be finding that out in the next episode, right?
Of this episode.
Yes.
All right. Well, then are we all done then,
Two
fellas?
episodes from this episode.
We all done, fellas?
Are you really done with JJK? I'm excited to see how it ends. And
One more
especially
JJK
you saying-
episode.
Yeah, with you saying that there's like a super cool fight coming up.
Dude, it's fucking awesome.
Next
Excited.
episode, dude. It's gonna be sick as fuck. Nice beach.
The next one is
Nice
like
peach.
it's probably my favorite episode, but the last episode is like my favorite fight. So
But we will be
I'm so
talking
hyped
about that
for
on the
JJK.
next episode of this episode of
Pulse.
Jujutsu
We will
Kaisen.
not be talking about that in the next episode.
No, I said the
is
next
we're talking
episode,
about
Jujutsu
origami, you
Kaisen.
fucking idiot.
Run it back, pull up the VOD. Good job, Trav. Watching your words. But with that, we are going to be ending this podcast. So whoever hung out, thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it. And yeah, roll the outro. Bye-bye.
On the next episode of this episode, Trav, Josh, Mitch, and Yusuf discuss episodes 17 through 20 of Noragami. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss any new episodes. Make sure to check us out live every Monday night at twitch.tv/DutchRead. Also be sure to check out our new Spotify. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.